Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. My name is Melissa, and I'm here to lead you through chair yoga. We are going to practice for 30 minutes today. As we go through class, just a reminder to listen to your body. If any of the stretches that we work with don't work for your body, please skip them, come on out and modify. Things that you'll need for class today, you'll just want to have a chair. So a chair that you're comfortable practicing yoga in will be great. And if your chair has wheels, you can put them in the locked position. And just a reminder, if we're doing any stretches or poses and you're just not feeling safe in your chair, feel free to skip them. Definitely take care of your body in this practice. So as we get started, we're going to find a nice comfortable seated position. So you may want to come more towards the edge of your seat to help you engage your core and elongate the spine. And as we go through our class today, we'll be working on our full body. So we'll work on releasing tension from the areas that hold tension through the workday. And I would love to take a little extra time and focus on our necks today. I know that our necks hold so much tension through the workday when we're sitting down, when we're looking at the computer, looking at the phone. So much tension can build in that area. So we will definitely work on some stretching to release that tension. And also a reminder that all of the stretches that we'll be working with, you can easily weave and incorporate them into your workday and your work week. So even if you have an extra minute, you could do some of these stretches, even 30 seconds, you could do some of these stretches. So why don't we get started with a little centering, taking a moment to release the day so far, to drop into our body and our breath and the present moment. Looks like you've done so already, coming more to the edge of your seat. And we'll just take a moment to create 90-degree angle in the legs. Feel your heels in line with your knees in line with your hips. And then feel that the shoulders are over the hips. So we just don't want to be leaning forward or back too much on this one. We are going to engage the core. So we'll feel our tailbone tuck. Feel the navel move back and up to the spine slightly. And then creating this long line that flows through the spine. So we will lengthen the back of the neck, reach and stretch through the crown of the head. Taking a moment to connect with your breath, we'll drop into the inhale and exhale. And I'll ask you through the practice today to be mindful of your breathing. Try to breathe in and out through your nose. That has a very soothing effect on the body and the mind. Sometimes when we breathe through the mouth, it can activate the fight or flight response. So inhaling and exhaling through the nose will just let the body, the mind know everything's okay and relax. Feel free to set an intention for your time today. And that could be anything. It might be that you'd like to relax. Maybe you're holding some tension in your body and it would just be so nice to let that go. So there's really no right and there's no wrong intention. Let's take an opportunity to bring our chin to our chest. We will let our head hang heavy like a weight. Head relaxes back, gaze floats to the sky. Chin to chest, head relaxes. And we'll just take that forward and back a few more times here. Good. As we come to stillness here, I'm going to take a nice full breath to lengthen. Let's take our right ear to the right shoulder. So we're just going to soften into a bit of a neck opening here. We're going to bring ourselves back through the center. Let's lengthen. We'll take left to left. And let's go 2 times to the right and 2 times to the left. And then as we make our way back to a neutral neck, we'll take a nice full breath to lengthen. Gaze off your right shoulder. Give yourself a twist for the neck. We'll come back through the center. Let's lengthen and twist to the other side. 2 times to the right, 2 times to the left. And then we'll bring ourselves back through the center to neutral. And then smoothing those movements out. So imagine that there was a clock in front of you and you wanted to run your nose through the numbers of the clock. So we're just going to work a nice rotation here. And reverse, flow in the other direction. And then we'll bring ourselves back to neutral. Let's build on that. So we're just gonna take our chin to our chest, let your head hang heavy like a weight. Take your right ear to your right shoulder. Find a little neck release here. Chin to chest. Left ear to left shoulder. Back to center. And then let's begin to circle here. So just gently rolling the head around. So this will be a little different circle that we just tried out. I'll try to get into the muscles a little differently. Reverse will flow in the other direction. And as you're circling, maybe noticing if it feels more natural to circle this way. Maybe it feels a little unnatural to circle that this way. But just noticing your body's natural movement patterns. And then we'll bring ourselves back through to a neutral neck. We'll work with some seated sun salutations. I love doing these. It's a really nice way to increase flexibility, get that blood circulation flowing and moving. Also an opportunity to build a bit of strength as well. So we are going to take an inhale. We will sweep the hands to the sky. Take a dive forward on exhale. So you'll want to engage your core on this one. So core is engaged through the whole salutation. We're going to bring our hands onto the backs of our legs and then find a back bend. So we will lift and lengthen the spine. Come on down as you exhale. Really engage the core to inhale. Let's take a reverse swan dive up to stand. And then hands to your heart as you breathe out. Let's try that again. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, let's dive it down. Hands onto the backs of legs, lifting and lengthening through the spine. Float yourself down, rising up on in-breath, hands sweep to the sky. And then hands at your heart. Let's go for one more. Breathe in here. And float it down. Find your way to a halfway lift. Float yourself down and then rising up. Nice full breath in. Hands to heart as you exhale. So let's come it up to stand. We'll work a little bit with that standing. There's standing salutations we can try on out. So for this, we are going to grab our chair and we'll just want to have access to the seat of the chair. Square yourself to your chair. So we're going to have our feet planted down, toes are pointing straight forward, and just not having the feet too wide on this one. Inhale, hands will sweep up. And then as you exhale, let's take a dive down. We're going to pause here in our forward fold. Let's shake out the legs a little bit. So it may feel nice to bend one knee, to bend the other knee. Maybe relax your head yes, and relax your head no. As you find stillness here, let's walk our hands off to the right. So we're going to find a side stretch. And then grounding evenly through both of your feet, inside and outside of each foot. We'll come back through to center. Let's take hands to the other side. Reaching and stretching through the waist, lengthening through the side body, through the arm, through the fingertips. We'll come back through to center, bending deeply into the knees, flowing through a little cat dog stretch. So we'll lower our stomach, we will lift up through the heart, rounding through the back body, chin to your chest, lowering the stomach, lifting up through the heart. Find your own rhythmic flow here. Lengthen your spine as you inhale. Lengthen your spine as you exhale. As you inhale, let your shoulders relax from your ears. We'll create some space between the ears and the shoulder. Feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. The exhale, rounding the back body, imagining creating space between the shoulder blades. We'll come back to our lowering the stomach, lifting the heart, and then rounding through the back to come on up. Nice full breath in. So let's try that standing sun salutation. We'll just flow through this. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, dive it down. Lowering the stomach, we're gonna lift up through the heart, a little rounding of the back. Let's come up to stand. Inhale, hands at heart. Exhale, one more. Inhale, breathe in, take it off. Exhale, float it down. Lowering the stomach, lifting up through the heart. Rounding the back body, grounding through the feet, hands to the sky, and hands to your heart. Great warm up. I always love those. So let's grab onto our chair, and we're gonna have our chair off to our left. And I wanted to do a little time to strengthen our balance. Our balance is so important to work on and strengthen because we work with strengthening our big muscles and small muscles of our legs, our feet, our knees, everything going on down there, which is really great. And I wanted to take some time to work with the IT band today, so the iliotibial band. So we're just going to work on stretching, strengthening that. Sometimes this acts up because the glutes are weak. So when we do our balancing, we're going to do a little work with strengthening our glutes. So chair is there for support if you need it, but if you want more challenge, you can always take your hands onto your hips. So we're gonna start with our left leg, and we're just gonna, or right leg rather. So let's start with our right leg. We're gonna kick it out to the side. We're just gonna go for 7. So we're just gonna float the foot out, bring it in. Try to ground nice and firmly into your left foot. So we'll try to press through the inside, through the outside. And then noticing your body's natural tendency if you roll in or out. We'll give ourselves a minute to pause here to reset. Now with our left leg, we're gonna try for some kick forwards. We're just gonna float that leg out in front. Maybe challenging yourself, releasing your hand from the chair. We'll release the foot down, give yourself a break on the left leg, and then let's try for some kick forwards on the right. And we can take a minute to pause here, give yourself a breath in and out. And we're gonna try for some kickbacks. So you can do that behind you like that. Sometimes scoring yourself to the chair is nice and then kicking back. So let's go with our left leg first. We'll just try for some kickbacks here. So on these, we want to, as best as you can, try to keep your heart up and your spine straight. So it's gonna be easy to lean forward like that. So let's try to see if we can get those shoulders to stack right over the hips. Left foot plants. Give yourself that minute to reset. Let's take our right foot. We're gonna float it back when you're ready. Make sure that you're not holding the breath. So you wanna inhale and exhale deeply. Resetting the foot down. Now let's have our left hand holding onto that chair again. Option for hands to hips. This one, we're going to take our right toes and then turn them in so that our right big toe is facing our left big toe. And then trying to keep the foot in that position the whole time. Let's kick the leg out to the side. And then we'll release. Plant the feet. Give yourself a breath in and out. Chair, we're going to send it off to the right. And then let's work with that left leg. We'll do a couple on this side. So first one is foot will be nice and straight. And then we're just going to do some kicks out to the side. And then notice if your shoulders want to lean over, that's going to be really natural to happen. So see if you can get those shoulders to stack right over your hips. Good. We are going to plant the feet. We can give ourselves that breath in and out. We're going to take our left toes, turn them in. So we have big toe to big toe. And then trying to hold your foot in that position the whole time. Let's go out and in. And then very similar, let's try not to feel our spine leaning off to the right. Let's try to get those shoulders stacked right over our hips. Good. We're going to come on back. We're going to do a little shake on out. I always love that. Really strengthening for muscles that I forget I have. I'm always a little sore the next day, but always a nice reminder to do those to, stretch the IT band, strengthen the glutes a little bit, and then working with strengthening all the muscles in the legs and the feet. Let's take our right hand onto the chair. Feet are in line with hips, toes are pointing forward. Let's bring that left hand up and over. We'll try to spin that left shoulder back, right shoulder under. And then almost feeling like the heart could shine to the sky. We'll continue to work with that IT band. So let's take our left foot and we're just going to cross it forward. We'll see if that gives us a little different stretch. And we're going to reach and stretch left fingertips to the right. Full breath in, full breath out. And then we're just going to take that foot and then sweep it behind us. Pressing the legs. Finding that length, reaching and stretching over. Also a nice opportunity to get into the waist and the side body. Nice opening stretch here. Good. Let's come on up. We're going to take our chair. Let's send that off to the other side. Left hand plants, right hand up and over. And then trying to breathe deeply here. So maybe finding some expansion in our ribs as you inhale and as you exhale. Right foot, let's take that out in front. We're going to cross it over. Spinning that left shoulder under, right shoulder open. Same sensation a little bit with our hips too. Let's see if we can bring that left hip forward a little bit, right hip back a little bit. We're going to take our right foot behind us to the left. We'll try that on the other side. Good. And we're going to come back on a full reset here. Let's come into a down dog using our chair. So what we'll do is we'll take our hands onto the top of our chair. Walk your feet back. Make sure that you feel secure in this one. And just a reminder, there really isn't a lot of weight in the hands. We're really going to engage our core. And we'll try to bring our weight back into our heels. And our sitting bones are going to reach up. This one can just be that nice opportunity to get a stretch. So we'll feel the weight moving back into our heels. We'll feel our toes a little lighter. I think the toes could lift from the ground. And feel the backs of the legs lengthening. Sitting bones reaching and stretching to the sky. Spine lengthens, head relaxes, neck relaxes. And we'll come on up. Let's walk our feet in towards the chair. We're going to rise to our standing position. Let's take our shoulders up, back, and down. Great job on that. Let's try a down dog again, but we'll work with a different variation this time. So we're gonna work with putting our hands on the seat. And again, if your chair has wheels, you're feeling like it's sliding away, just skip this one. But really there won't be a lot of weight in the hands. A lot of times I even kind of tent my fingertips, showing that there just isn't much weight in the hands. The weight is really back all in the heels. And that's what's gonna give you that nice stretch. So we're gonna take our hands onto our seat. We're gonna engage our core. Also, you wanna feel a sensation of pressing down versus pressing away, right? We would kind of send that chair away from us if we were pressed it away. But let's bring our weight back into our heels. We're going to feel, again, the sitting bones reaching and stretching to the sky. We'll feel our spine lengthen. We're really light in those hands. Weight is back in our heels. Feel free to stay here if you want to build on it. Take your left hand for your right thigh. And then try to spin your left shoulder underneath your right shoulder. We're going to breathe here. Nice, deep full inhale and exhale. Back to center. Let's reset. Down dog. Right hand to your left thigh. Spinning that right shoulder underneath your left shoulder. Weight back in your heels. Let's float our hands back onto our seat. We're going to walk our feet in, coming into a forward fold. Let's lower our stomach. We will lift up through the heart here, and then let a little round of our back to come to standing. And then drawing your hands at your heart as you exhale. Let's come on down to our chair. We're going to take some time to work on our hips. So on this one, maybe sitting towards the edge of the seat just to make it a little bit more accessible. We're going to take our right knee into our chest and our stomach. So fingers interlock, gentle support of the knee. And then we are going to circle out through the knee. Maybe find large circles, maybe find smaller circles. And reverse. We'll flow in the other direction. Knee, we're going to bring that right into our chest and into our stomach. So we'll do a little pull in. Let's really try to use that arm strength and shoulder strength as you draw the leg in. I'm going to lighten up on the stretch. Let's try to avoid our stomach and our rib cage as you pull the leg in. See if you can relax your shoulders from your ears. You just want to create a little space there between the ears and the shoulders. Releasing. Let's take our right leg over the left. We're just going to cross the legs. Feel free to press the hands down. Try to get even in the sitting bones. We don't want to be leaning to one side or the other side too much. We'll take a nice full breath to lengthen, and let's come on down for a forward fold with the legs crossed. And then as you're here, maybe see if you can relax the head a little bit more. We have so many muscles that work so hard in the neck to hold the head up all day long. In a pose like this, we can just let them relax and release. Core engages, bringing yourself on up. Let's take our feet out nice and wide. Grab onto that chair for support if you need it, and we'll just do a little swish of the knees to the left and to the right. And then recentering yourself back. Feet in line with knees, knees in line with hips. Let's bring that left knee into our chest and stomach, and we are going to circle. Maybe check in with your breath. Make sure that you're inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Reverse. So we'll flow in the other direction. Pausing here. Pulling that knee into your stomach and into your chest. Elbows might move to the sides of the room. So see if you can hug them in, let them run straight back. And we can gently Try a little different one here. Let's draw it off to the left slightly, maybe avoid the stomach and rib cage a little bit. And we'll take our left leg up and over, crossing the legs, getting nice and grounded, one side to the next side. Full breath here to lengthen. Come on down as you exhale. And just letting yourself melt here. Maybe doing a scan of your body. Noticing where you might be holding on to tension. And then as you exhale, letting that tension go, letting your body relax and release into the stretch. And we'll bring ourselves back on up. Feet can come out nice and wide, dropping your knees to the right and to the left, little windshield wipe of the legs to one side and the other. And then bringing yourself back through to neutral. For this one, let's bring our feet out nice and wide. You can always inch those heels out. Maybe use the hands to draw the knees further from one another. We are going to take our right arm onto our right leg, and we'll sweep our left arm up and over. And seeing if you can create this evenly grounded sensation through your right sitting bone and your left sitting bone. Back through to center, core engages, left arm relaxes down, right hand up and over. Taking that full breath in, finding that expansion through your ribs with each breath. We'll bring ourselves back through to center. Let's keep legs how they are so we can get a little inner leg stretch and a hip stretch. We're going to take that left hand up and over. Reach for the right side of your head. Full breath to lengthen, and then gently soften your left ear to your left shoulder. And then just breathing into the opening through the right side of the neck, inhaling and exhaling deeply. Back through the center, we'll realign here. Left hand lowers, right hand lifts. Lengthening and then softening. And then we'll bring ourselves back through to center. Grabbing onto your chair, a little reset of the legs, switch them to the right and to the left. Bring your feet in line with your hips, toes are pointing straight forward. Let's take that left hand up and over. This time we're gonna gaze to our underarm, then take the gaze down towards the ground. And then let your hand gently draw you into the stretch. So we're just gonna feel that left hand pulling us a little deeper into a neck release. And reset back to center. Left hand lowers, right hand lifts. We're going to lengthen here, gaze to the underarm on the right side, and then gently encourage yourself into that stretch. I'm gonna let that one go. Let's just do a nice little circle of the head, maybe imagining that your nose could run through the numbers of a clock if a clock was in front of you. We'll reverse, little rotation here, opposite direction. Shoulder roll, shoulders up, back, and down. Thank you so much for joining today. It's really great to be here with you. I hope that you're all feeling a little bit more relaxed. I hope your bodies feel more relaxed and at ease as well. Also, I hope that you can take some of these stretches with you through the day, through the week, just to bring the mind and the body a little relief. Have a fabulous weekend. I look forward to being back with you on Monday. We have our yoga class at 5:30 East Coast time. And that's a 45-minute all-level yoga practice on the yoga mat. It'd be really great to have you join us. See you then.